Hey buddy, we're up in Mirage right now. I'm trying to find a water meter. I can't find it anywhere. This isn't a water meter, it's a wired, I don't know, it's some electrical device, but it's definitely not a water meter. There's no water meter under either of these trash cans either. And over in front of the home on this side, we've got just an electrical box. That's all I can find right now. See, they've got a water meter right there. So that's the kind of box we're looking for on site here. And it's usually on the same side of the driveway as the main water shutoff, which would be right there. So I really need to dig and find that because I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's running water inside this pipe right now. This is your main water shutoff. And when I turn that off, I know we're not supposed to turn gate valves, but it is functional. This water sound stops, so we've got some water flowing through these pipes somewhere in the house. And what worries me a little bit about that, I haven't been inside the house yet, but we've got several areas of termites along the side of the house right there. Right there. More tubes. Another tube right there. On the back side of the house, we have one tube that's starting to form or has formed on this side of the back of the house as well. So you can see they've painted over the top of some of that. So it's been rebuilt at some point. I didn't see anything active today. I just kind of get a glimpse, break one of the tubes and see if there's anything moving around to see how active it is. But that was the only termite tubes that we really saw today. We're seeing they're going to be all over this time of year because of the humidity, the moisture. AC sounds like crap, man. It sounds terrible. But, so we've got termites here, and I need to find out where that water leak is because termites will be attracted to that water source. So hopefully it's just a running toilet, but we'll see. This is what happens when the listing agent doesn't give you the security code. Now we're going to have the cops showing up. That'll be great. Just bullshit, man. See, glass break number 2, I don't know what that is. Hello? Well, that's sketchy. Hello? Oh, God. Well, we finally got the alarm off, but now that I've got some time to look around the front door, we're seeing all these termite tubes that have been painted over the top of. Even got one right underneath the front door, fresh one. They said, the listing agent said that this was treated last week, and there's a warranty that will convey over to the buyer, so that's a good thing. Just a lot of termite tubes today. Now let's see if it's up in the garage. Yeah, that felt kind of goofy. We're missing a weather stripping right there. Need that to seal in the garage door. Alright. So I can hear this thing. Something's going on with this water softener. Can you hear that? Yeah, it's using water. Uh-oh. Nobody wants to see that stuff, guys. Ish. We've got termite tubes around the perimeter of this house, so this garage wall is going to be hard to find any termites on. Why? Look at the bottom of it. There's no curb there. So they took the sheetrock and the trim all the way down to the baseboards. And you're not going to be able to see the termites if they were in there. So you definitely need to get that termite treatment warranty extended. That's kind of a no good idea right there. Because then you'll never be able to see if the termites are going up into the wall. Because the wall goes all the way down to the ground. Termites will get right up in there before you even know they're in there. They'll hang out in there, they'll be growing a huge colony before you even realize what's going on. Wow. That chain's pretty loose, I'd say. Wow. So we've got a water heater that was replaced in 2019. This house was built in the year 2000. So this water tank is only about 5 years old. Can you guys spot anything wrong with the installation of this? Some of the common call-outs that I call on this year of a home on a gas-powered water heater is going to be no bollard here to protect that water tank if somebody wants to drive into that water heater from the garage here. We put a cement bollard there to protect the water heater from getting damaged. We do have a pan that discharges down to the ground. Now I don't like this because the trim goes all the way down to the ground on this wall in the garage. So there's no curb in here, so anything that gets down here, the water is going to get into that trim and it's going to retain the moisture just like it did over here with the previous water leak and grow some bacterial stuff. So we don't like that. We would like to see a sediment trap right here, and that takes the debris and sediment in the gas line and gives you a spot to get rid of it before it gets into the appliance and saves it from premature failure. Another thing, pretty common in this Euro house, no combustion air vents on a gas water heater. So we don't have any vents in this garage. It is completely sealed in. We should have some combustion air vents for this water heater to breathe better. That would be a high and a low vent that allows air to get in, so when this thing burns, it doesn't have to suck in air from the house. I also don't like the idea of running this trim all the way to the ground in here because there's no curb, there's no drop down. This is a gas water heater. If this were to leak some gas, gas is going to settle to the bottom, right? So most garages, you have a little step there where you step down, that gas is going to find its way down that step and hopefully go out the garage. Now when you don't have that step, the gas pools up in here and it doesn't have anywhere to go. If it can't get out the garage door, it's going to try and find its way in through the passage door. And what we have in the passage door is missing weather stripping. So that weather stripping is going to protect your home from all that carbon monoxide or the carbon dioxide being burned off by the water heater. But because we don't have that curb for the water or the gas to get down, it's just going to pool in here. And that worries me a lot. On top of that, once you get through the laundry area here, we've already got a bedroom here. So we've got a bedroom here and a bedroom here before they even have a detector. And this isn't even a carbon monoxide detector. This is a smoke alarm, smoke detector. I don't see any carbon monoxide detectors in this house at all. That's not going to help. The bedrooms have smoke detectors. Yeah. See, they were good about putting smoke detectors in the bedrooms, but that needs to be a carbon monoxide / smoke detector. And just think about it. The idea is to protect the bedrooms with your carbon monoxide detector. If the gas is coming in here and you've got a bedroom immediately here, what's that going to do? Even if it was a carbon monoxide detector, how is that going to help you? It's not. It's not going to go off until you're already dead. You'll be sleeping in here, passed out, you'll never wake up. So I haven't ran any of the fixtures yet. So I'm going to see if I can't find that water leak just with my thermal camera. Just looking for some blue spots, some leaky areas. That looks pretty good right there. Some issues with the kitchen. Got 2 bathrooms back here and a laundry room. Let's check this bathroom. I'm not seeing anything on that right there. Check around the toilet. Looky there. That's where it is. Looks like it's behind this toilet. That whole area is wet. Oh yeah. See the moisture back there. See it behind that? Now I know there's another bathroom on the other side of the wall. I wonder how far that moisture traveled. Let's go check that out. Anything under the sink? No, I don't see any blue spots. Doesn't look too bad. Over here, actually it's dry. It's dry behind this toilet. Yeah, no issues there. Have a look at that. Somebody's been dripping. So we got a couple water issues here. We got a shower that wants to drip, obviously. At least that's going into a drain, and then the toilet on the other side. Now this angle stop has been leaking for who knows how long. Maybe it got bumped during cleaning process, who knows, but you wonder why you have termites. This is what's bringing those termites into your house. This is what's attracting the termites, is all this water in here. So that water is going right down into the ground, right around this area. Those termites are right on this exterior wall, right out here. And they're going to find this. They're looking for that. They're going to find it. Fix your water leaks. Control your termites. That's all it takes. So going back to this first bedroom, talking about smoke detectors. That ain't gonna help you guys. That ain't gonna help you one bit. Well, if you thought our termite fun was done, you would be wrong. All the way on the other side of the house, look at the ceiling. Some termite tubes starting up here. Look at all those little dots, little holes that are leaving a trail. So up in the attic, right above this area, there's probably a tube, and they're trying to punch their way out as they build that tube. Trying to come down, and they realize, oh, no, we don't want to go this way. You can see their little tubes. They form. Once they figure out that that hole doesn't go anywhere, they just cover it up, and that's why we see that little dirt poop stains. You can see an old watermark right here that looks like water damage from a roof leak. And more termite holes here. So the listing agent actually said that the roof over the garage had been repaired over in that section just like last week, and they have an invoice for it. So glad to see that. Glad to see that they had termite treatment done, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of termites. There's gonna be some remnants somewhere, and I can't even tell if this is termites or if it's just food. This house is pretty dirty. It's probably food. In the kitchen anyway. Look how nasty that vent is. Yeesh. Anything in the living room? See some discoloration, like they did some painting or some repairs on some spots right in there. Crazy. And down here on the floorboards, you can kind of see that they've had moisture before, some moisture issues. You see that bubbling up? That's telling me that there's been water here before. And that's likely what brought the termites in, and it's not very far away from the ceiling stain that they had right there. You can see that discoloration. Well, the water gets through the roof, goes down the wall, pops out right there. Termites find it. Termites follow that water back up, eat all that water damaged wood, and they nest up in here. That's my best guess. It's not a good situation. Not a good situation at all. Alright, I noticed that they did some plumbing repairs underneath the sink here. All this crap all over the place. Oh, look at that. What does that look like? Mouse droppings or something? Probably because you got a hole in your freaking wall back where you were doing plumbing repairs. Thanks for leaving this available for me to see. What is that? You're gonna put CVPC in the wall? Really? On a copper piped home, you're just gonna replace everything with CVPC? That was smart. Now everything's gonna taste funky. Now we're talking about carbon monoxide inside of your house. Gas stoves, really popular. A lot of people love gas stoves. When this thing burns, it could give off carbon dioxide. And we would love for these things to be vented, the microwave vents, to be vented outside like they're intended. But for some reason, a lot of people will replace these vents and not remove that flapper. So now the air is actually coming back into the house instead of going out the duct the way it's supposed to, out the vent. It's just ridiculous. There's a little metal flap in there that you got to remove before you put the microwave up in there. This microwave's been in here for years. Look at all the wear and tear on this thing. All they had to do was take a little flap out of here, remove it, and now all your cooking smells and all this carbon dioxide that's being produced as you burn goes up and out of your house. It's that easy. If you don't have that hood, that's one thing. There's not much you can do about it. It's not good to have a gas appliance then. But if you do have a gas appliance and you do have that up top, up above your microwave, get it out. Get that venting outside. You don't need it back in your house. No, I take that back. This house was built in 2000. This microwave was installed in 2001. It's never properly worked for the last 23 years. No, that's one way to lock your door. It's also one way to smash your window out. (30 to 40% humidity in your house. It's all we want to see. And when these bathroom fans don't work, that increases substantially. I can just smell the mold, mildew growing in here. Those vent fans aren't working properly. It's not getting that moisture out of there. That is just gross, nasty. Right above our toilet it's leaking, and all this moisture in here, it's just getting in the air. Gotta secure these doors somehow, right? Good grief. So the house was built in 2000, but this fridge is from 1994. It's not in bad condition, actually. For what it is, it doesn't do too bad. These are leather padded handles. This is like a soft touch. It's clean. Don't see any issues with it really. Oh, a little bit of cracking going on at the door. Yeah, that's a clean old fridge. Doesn't seem like that very often.